In this video, we're going to see the Woocommerce plugin. Hi, my name is Stratos and I'm constantly producing video tutorials about WordPress. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. So this will be a full tutorial in the Woocommerce plugin. We're going to see how to create products, how to style them. We're going to see the differences between kind of products. We're going to see attributes, categories, tags, and pretty much everything else that we're going to need in order to create a WooCommerce store. So let's start by seeing what we have already here. Inside the appearance and themes, we're going to see that we have the Blocksy theme. Even though that the cadence is here in the URL, I have the Blocksy theme installed because I like it a little bit better in WooCommerce stores. And in the plugins, I have only the Blocksy companion installed at this moment. As you can see, there is nothing else. If we go to pages and all pages, we're going to see that we have just one page, the home page, and of course this is a draft, the privacy policy. And if I go to the front end, I will see here that I don't have anything else. I haven't done anything in this website. This is a black installation. I just have created a menu here with the home page inside here. I haven't even gone into the reading and changed the front page to be the home page. So let's do that. Here, let's select the static page and select here the home page. Now, these tutorials mean it's not specific for WordPress installation. So we basically assume that you already know how to install WordPress. You already know how to play with your theme, and you're going to go into WooCommerce now. Okay, let's leave that to the general. And let's go into the plugins and install plugins. And here we're going to click Add New. Of course, I could also do it here, but I didn't. So let's click Add New. And we're going to install the WooCommerce. You can search here for WooCommerce, or you can go into the popular. And here we have the 6th plugin, I think it's WooCommerce, yeah. Let's click Install Now, and the version that we're currently in WooCommerce is the 5.5.1. Keep in mind that in some other version you may have a different wizard in the beginning, so you will have some changes, but everything else will be the same or pretty close to the same. Probably the same. So we're waiting for that to be installed, and now we're going to click Activate. Now, the moment I click Activate, it will add some things here under the comments and before the appearances. It will add 4 different things that I can play with and add, and we're going to see later on. And of course, it's going to add some pages inside here as well. So this is the wizard, and we're going for address line, which is the test, country, which is Greece for me. We have city, Athens, postcode 111111, and then I'm going to leave it as it is because we're going to change anything inside here. As you can see, I can click here, I'm setting up a store for a client, but we're going to change everything so it doesn't matter. Let's click Continue, and here you can send things to WooCommerce in order to them to get better. And of course, there will not get any sensitive information from your website. If you want, you can click Yes, count me in, or No, thanks. This is just for WooCommerce to get better in things. So after that, we're going to the second step. As you can see here, second step, industry, which says in which industry does the store operate. You can choose something like here, but if you you cannot find your industry here, just click Other and then click Continue. It doesn't matter pretty much where you're going to use a SEO plugin for everything else. But if you have the industry here, just click it and select Continue. We're going to use fashion here. Then we have the physical product, as you can see here, which says here what type of products will be listed. Now, keep in mind that we have 2 major categories. We have the physical products and the non-physical products. The physical products are the products that you're actually going to ship to your clients, or your clients will come to your store and take from your store. The other products are the non-physical, which are not something that you're going to ship to your customers. Non-physical products are some WordPress themes, are WordPress plugins, are Windows programs, or something else that you can download. Those are non-physical products. Also, the services are non-physical products. You can go into a psychology and or therapist or something and book to you an online session with someone, and this is a service. You can have a service for the gym, so you can have a membership in the gym and you can pay that. This is a service, so you no need to download something, you just need to pay for something. So here you can select the physical products or the downloads. We're going to select physical products for the moment, and you can add if you want downloads later on. It doesn't matter here. Everything else is a pro version and you will need something to buy, and we're not going to test here any of the subscription membership bookings as we say here, because this is way off from a WooCommerce tutorial. Here you can see the price if you want, depending on the year, but here we're going to click continue. After that we have the business details, and here it says how many products do we plan to display. It doesn't matter, this is just for some purposes that they want to ask things. So we're going to select here 11 to 100, and then we're not currently selling elsewhere. Then we click continue, and it says here that we can add free features, and you can click this to see the free features that we have. It's the WooCommerce tax, so we will calculate automatically the taxes depending on the location that your customer is. We have the enhanced speed and security with Jetpack. I'm going to disable, of course, everything. Then we have email marketing automation with MailPoet. We have marketing on Facebook, and we have drive sales with Google listing and ads, and we have the MailChimp to add your customers. And of course we have also the creative mail if you don't want to add the MailChimp. Let's disable everything, and we're going to click continue. And lastly, it's going to ask for the theme, and as you can see, you can add another theme or leave the active theme that you have. I'm going to select the continue with my active theme, and I have finished with my wizard. Now, as I can see here, let's close that. I have the WooCommerce, the product, analytics, and marketing inside here. If I go here to the previous tab, you can see that I don't have anything underneath the comments and before the appearance. And here I have the WooCommerce, the products, analytics, and marketing. In marketing, we have the coupons. In analytics, we can see the orders that you have, your revenue, and everything else for the analytics, of course, of the store. Do not confuse that with the analytics of Google. It's basically local analytics that you can see anything. Then we have the products, and here we're going to spend most of our tutorial. And we have, of course, the WooCommerce with some settings inside here. We're going to visit the settings first, and we're going to revisit after that later on in the tutorial. Now, before we're going to visit the settings, let's go into the pages and all pages, and we're going to see the pages that we have now have in our store, in our WooCommerce store. We have also the cart page, the checkout page, the account page, and the shop page. These 4 pages are created automatically when installing the WooCommerce. Basically, before we only had the home, and as you can see here, when you're visiting the cadence, which is up here, you can click the visit site. But now that we have the WooCommerce installed, if I hover over, I have also here the visit store, which means that it can go directly to the shop page on the front end. Now, if you're asking what those pages contain, they basically contain just a shortcode. So if you go and edit anything of those settings, my account and shop, you will see with Gutenberg that they only contain a shortcode, and this shortcode does the work in the front end. So it basically shows what you want to see in the front end. As you can see, this is the checkout. Here we have the WooCommerce cart. Here we have the WooCommerce My Account. And then we have the shop page that will take not the shortcode, but it will take something from the settings where we're going to see it later on. So let's go back to the WooCommerce and let's go into the settings. And here we have some tabs, as you can see here. And in some of those tabs, we have sub-tabs as well. If we go to products, we're going to see that we have 3 tabs inside the products itself. So we have many settings to play with later on. Let's go to settings, and we're going to start from here. This is all the settings that I have added in the wizard. So I'm going to skip those, and we're going for the general options. Now here we're going to start from the selling locations, and whenever you have some problems, you can hover over to the question mark and see the comments. And as it says here, you can limit the countries that you're going to sell to. So you want to sell only to some countries, so you can change this to sell specific countries, or you want to sell to all countries except for the countries that you're going to set here, or you want to sell to everywhere. Here I'm going to select to sell to specific countries, and I'm going to select Greece, and I'm going to select Cyprus as well. Okay, after that, you can select the shipping location, which can be different from the selling location. Now, why is that? Because you may sell as well as digital products and downloadable products. So you want to sell downloadable products to some of those, to some countries like England or somewhere, but I don't want to ship to those countries. So from England, someone can buy a program, but he cannot buy from me, from my store, shoes or a t-shirt. So I don't want to ship those locations. Here we have more options. As you can see, we have the ship to all countries you sell to. So you can click here, and this will include everything that you have selected here. Ship to all countries, ship to specific countries only, so you will add the countries that you want, and disable shipping and shipping calculation, so you will not have any shipping in your WordPress website. Then we have the default customer location, and as you can see, this means that it will detect the location of the customer, and in most cases you will want this if you are going to have different prices in your products depending on the location of your visitor. Now this means that he will see the prices in the shop catalog depending on his location. If you select here the shop base address, it means that no matter where is his location, he will see the prices that you have set for your store. And when he goes to the checkout, then he will see the prices depending on his location, because he will add the location information, the address. So he will be it will be calculated accordingly to the taxes that he has in his location. Keep in mind that if you select here the JLocate or the JLocate with page caching and support, it means that you have to add something in your privacy policy, GDPR consent or something, that he can accept for that, because you do some JLocate tagging to him. Also, from his mobile phone, he must accept the geolocation or it will not work. Also, we have the no location by default, which means that if you are going to add some shipping and taxing later on, you will see some other things. I don't really care about that, because in most cases I add the full price with the taxes in my products. So here, in most cases, I choose the shop base address. After that, we have enabled taxes, rates and calculation. If you enable that, it means that you're going to show the prices in your product catalog without taxes, and all of those will be calculated during the checkout, as it says here. This means that you can show lower prices, but it will be added later on. Also, it's not something that I'm using, so I'm going to leave it as it is. Then we have the enable coupons. Coupons are marketing solutions, so if you hover over to marketing, you will see coupons, and here is how you're going to add your coupons. And you can enable those coupons codes, and you can calculate coupons discounts sequentially, which means that you can your customer can set two coupon codes, and those will be added inside one product or inside one cart, inside one order. Then we have the currency options. Let's change the currency to euro. Okay, then we have the currency position, which means the symbol of the currency will be left of the price or right with the price, and you also have the left with the space and right with space. I'm going to use right. Then we have the thousand separator, which I'm going to use the dot, and the demical separator, I'm going to use the comma. And then we have the number of decimals. I don't want any, but if you want some numbers after the decimals, you can choose how many you want here. I'm going to save changes, and this was the settings, the general settings. Then we're going into products. So into products, first thing is to select the shop page, and this is the page that hadn't any WooCommerce shortcode inside. So this is the setting that you choose the page that you want from the shop page. In most cases, you are going to leave it as a shop, but there are some cases that you may need to create your own custom page, and you're going to come here and click here and say that this is my shop page. Inside the shop page, you can show all your products or all your categories, and then you can filter out anything that you want based on filters that you're going to add. Next, we have the add to cart behavior, which means that you can redirect to the cart after a successful addition, which means that whenever a client clicks add to cart, he will go directly to the cart and go for the checkout process. This is used if you're going to sell one product per customer. Maybe you have some digital services or some services that you cannot add more than one product or one service, and you want directly for them to pay. So they will choose something, they will click add to cart and go directly to the cart for the checkout process. Then we have the enable Ajax. I'm pretty sure that it's Ajax how they pronounce it, but please forgive me if I'm wrong. Add to cart buttons on archives, which means that if you add something, it will automatically change the cart that we have in the header, and it will add the product inside here. It will change the total number of the amount that you're going to pay, and you're going to see some changes immediately, and you will not have to refresh the page, to reload the page. This is something that you should leave enabled, and only if you have some problems or if you have some other features that you're going to add to your headers, and you need to disable that from your WooCommerce. Then we have the placeholder image, and this means that if a product doesn't have its own image, it will show something by default, and this is the ID of the image. Let's go to the images, media library, and here, as you can see, this is the only image that I have, and this is the image that is going to show me. If I want, I can add the logo of my business here, and then I want to identify the ID of the image. To do that, you can click here that says that it's the image basically, and once you are inside the image, as you can see, it says item 9. This is the ID of the image. Also, you can find it if you are going into the list here, and if I hover over to edit, you can see at the bottom here, let's go back to edit, you can see that it says post equals 9. This means that's the 9, the ID number 9. That's the name of the image, not the name of the image, the ID number. You will need that ID number and set that to the settings here, to the placeholder image. Then we have the measurements, and this is the weight unit, which is kilograms for us. Then we have the dimension units, which may be centimeters or meters or whatever you want to choose. After that, we have the enable product reviews, so our customers can review the products. I can show the verified owner label on the customer reviews. So this means that if someone reviews a product, it will say that he has bought from our store this product. And you can check always the review can only be left from verified owners, which means a visitor cannot review product unless he has already bought it, which is basically something that you should always check here if you want product reviews. Then we have the product ratings, and as you can see, enable star rating on reviews, which will mean that he can add some stars in his reviews for the product, and the star rating should be required, not optional, which means that he will always have to add some stars in his reviews of the product. Let's save changes. And let's go to the next tab, which is the inventory. Okay, we're waiting. And then we have the manage stock. So you will add a product and you will say that I have 20 items of this product, and if I sell 20 items, then this product will not be able to sell it later on. You will have to add a stock in order for that to be able to sell it again. This means that it will play a role of a storage system for your products, and you can see the whole stock that you have inside your storage. Now keep in mind that if you are going to use that and you have a shop that customers may come and buy the products directly from your shop, then you have to go every time that you sell something in your shop and say that you have not 60 anymore, you have something like 40 products remaining or something else. Of course, this is not 60 products, but I just saw the 60 and it stuck with me, the 60 items. So if someone comes and buy a product, you will have to go and then go into your WooCommerce store and say that I have already sell that, so remove that from your stock. Remember that. Then it says hold stock minutes, and this means that if someone comes and not in your store but comes in a visitor comes in your WooCommerce website and orders something but doesn't pay for that, it will count the minutes, and after the 60 minutes it will remove the stock from him. He will be able to buy later on if you are going to use another plugin like WooCommerce Abandonment or something else, but it will not keep the stock to him. He will not hold the stock item. After that, we have the notification, and you can enable low stock notification or disable those. And all of those settings are because we have enabled that. If we disable that, all of those settings will be removed. If I click here, you can see that all of those are removed. So notification means that you will get a message that says you have low stock items of this product. Then you have non-items of this product. This is the recipient of the email, and this is the items that it's count for low stock, and this is the out of stock items that you want to set. So you can change this to 4 or this to something else. Basically, this is most common in 0 and this is most common in 2, as it says here. Out of stock visibility, this means that it will hide the out of stock items from the catalog, and not only he will not be able to order it, the visitor, he will not be able to see it, so he will not know that you have that product. In most cases, you will not want to do that, because you want the visitor to know that you have the product, but it's not available in your stock, and maybe you will reapply that and restock in some day. And then we have the stock display format, and it says always show the quantity remaining, so it will show in the product catalog that you have 12 in stock, and it will say then 9 or 8 or something else. It will say after some selling, it will say only 2 left in your stock, so it's like a FOMO, fear of missing out, and it will urge the client to buy before you will run out, instead of just showing 2 in stock. Then we have the never show quantity remaining in stock, and it will remove the notification for the customer, and then only show quantity remaining in stock when low, so only where are 2 or less items, because I have set here the 2 in the low stock threshold. Hopefully you have understand what I'm trying to say here. Let's save changes here, and let's go for the downloadable products, which means these are the products that you are not going to ship or you're not going to count as in the store. We have the forced the file download method, and it says forced downloads, which means that he will have to go into his accounts and click a button and he will download the product. He will not see the URL of the product that it's downloading, and he will not be able to share that with his friend or something else. Then he has the XL redirect and X send file, and these are settings based on your hosting provider. If something doesn't work, just change and do some testing. And then we have the redirect only, which is insecure. In most cases, we need forced download. After that, we have the access restriction, which will mean that downloads require login, and he will not be able to download from an email or something. He will have to go into his account, log in, and then be able to download. Also, you can grant access to download products after payment. which means that immediately after someone pays for the product, he will be able to download it. And in some cases, you may want to verify that he actually paid before going and letting him to download that. And if you want to do that, just disable that. And then we have the file name, and this is a security purposes, and it adds something in the file name of the product that he's going to download. Let's save the changes. And that's what all for the products. Then we have the shipping and the payments that we're going to skip at this time, and we're going for accounts and privacy. These two tabs we're going to see later on the video. So guest checkout. Allow customers to place order without an account. So you can buy as a customer, as a visitor, and he will not be required to create an account. He can just click a visitor and he will be able to shop a product. This is something that you may need to add if you're going to also sell from your store and you're going to say order something and come from the store and just buy it. If you don't come in the same day, your order will be cancelled. But if you want, you can just order that, quickly order, and come from my shop and buy the product indirectly from here. Allow customers to log into an existing account during checkout, which means that they are already a customer. He's going to go into the checkout process, and there he will say, if you are already a customer, click here. This is something that I think should always be enabled. It's a convenience for the visitor. Then we have the account creation. Allow customers to create an account during the checkout. Yes, I want to allow inside the checkout page during the checkout process to create an account. Allow customers to create an account from my account page. This means that you're going to add my account page, the page that we saw in the beginning, somewhere in your website. In most cases, it will go above the header. And he can click there, go inside the My Account page, and if he doesn't have an account, he can click and create an account. In most cases, I also check here also. When creating an account, when creating an account, automatically generate an account username for the customer based on their name, surname, and email. This means that he will not add a username, he will just get an email address and he will have his username automatically generate for him. This is something that I also leave because I only need his email address and a password. I don't require for them to use a username or something different. When creating an account, automatically generate an account password if you don't want for those to give a separate password. I'm going to deselect that, and I always want to require a password from them. Then we have the account erase requests, and this is for GDPR purposes. If someone wants to remove his personal data, he should be able to do that. So remove personal data, yes please. Remove access to downloads on request, yes. If someone wants to remove access from the downloads, he can do that upon request. Then we have the personal data remover. So allow personal data to be removed in bulk form orders. So if someone will go into an order form, he will have the ability to go and delete all his personal data. In most cases, we don't do that. He can do that in a different page, and he can do that in his account. Then we have the privacy policy, and as you can see, we have the registration privacy policy, and it says a little bit of text here, and you can change that to something else. And we have the checkout privacy policy here that you can also change depending on what you want. This is something that he will accept in his checkout form, and this is something that he will check in his registration form. Then we have the personal data retention, which means how many months or years you want to keep inactive accounts, pending orders, failed orders, cancelled orders, and complete orders. If you want, you can have something different here, and it will be automatically removed depending on the settings that you have set here. Let's save the changings. And let's go to emails. Emails means that you can change the text that from the email that you get whenever a customer goes and completes an order, and the customer gets whenever he goes and does an order. He will also get a verification email. he will also get a verification email or a process email or complete order email or a refunded email. And as you can see, there are some emails that he will get here. So whenever you see recipient and you see customer, this means that this is the email that the customer will get. And whenever you see the recipient, it means that you will get, or if you're building a website for your clients, your client will get here. So if you are building your website for your client, in most cases you will have to go and change the email address here. As you can see, it says new order, cancel order, and failed order, and these are the 3 emails that you're going to get as a customer, or not a customer, as a business owner. So you will have an email that says a new order has been acquired, and you can go and see the new order inside your WooCommerce store. Let's go and click manage. I'm not going to change all of those, of course, because they are everything is identical except for the text. So we're going to hit manage here, only in one. And let's see what we have here. As you can see, we have the enable and disable, which will be enable or disable the notification at all. We have the recipient, where you can add one or more of those, adding a comma. And if you hover here, it says that you can add more with a comma separated. We have the subject, which is at this moment site title, which means it will automatically grab the site title, and then new order, and then automatically the order number. You can change that and also keep the order number in here. It's basically something that you may need. The email heading, if you want, you can add an email heading. This, in most cases, it will show in an Outlook or another program if you're using another program to receive emails. And then we have the additional content, congratulations on sale, that it says here. Here you can also change the content that you want. Of course, the customers have way more content inside here. Email type, it's HTML, plain text, or multipart, which you can change with which you can select if you want both of those, HTML and plain text, and I'm going to leave it as HTML. If you want, save changes, and keep in mind that this will not redirect you to the previous page, so you will have to click email again just to go into the general settings. There are some plugins that you can add and go and style the emails that you have inside here, but inside the native WooCommerce settings you can only add something in your text and not basically redefine the layout of the email. Okay, then we're going back into emails, and let's go into the bottom, and here you can see the from name, which will be the store name here. It says guidance, change that to the store name. Then we have the from address, and you can change that to the email that you want to show. And then we have the email template, and these are the basic settings that you can change. Basically the color, as you can see, the base color, the background color, the body text color, and that was all. And you can have enable email inside. If you want to receive some helpful emails about how to change things, always leave it as it is here. Click Save Changes and you're good to go with that. Then we have the integration, which is, I think, something that you will not need. Let's see. So we have the MaxMind license key, which is for geolocating services, and we have the database file path, which we'll not really care about. Now, inside the integration, you may have other things. If you install some different plugins and they have integration with something different, you will find those here. Now, in emails, I forgot to tell you that in most cases, there are clients that will say, I want a new order to be directly printed in a printer. Can I do that? In most cases, he will just get an email. Now, at this moment, WooCommerce doesn't do that automatically. Later on, I think in 6 months or so, we will have many plugins that will do that automatically. But you can do that not exactly with a plugin, but in a little bit of different process. If you have in your computer or your client's computer a program like Outlook or Thunderbird, you can set a setting that whenever an email comes from a specific recipient, you can directly print that email, and this is set inside the Outlook or the Thunderbird program. So you will add another email that will say orders, add something like your domain, and then you will choose to send the new order to that email as well. And everything that will go into that email, it will automatically be printed using Outlook or Thunderbird. This means that he will have to keep the program open in his computer, but it's a really easy solution for you to add something like that. Okay, let's go to advanced. And inside the advanced, we have the page setup first, and this is the cart page, and you can see that we have the cart ID 11, which means that we can change the cart page if we want to something else. Of course, we can also go directly to the cart page and add a different short code, and it will handle like cart page, but this is for the WooCommerce to automatically redirect us to the cart. You have to go and change that here. Then we have the checkout page, we have the my account page, and here is the terms and condition, and you will have to go and select the privacy policy or whatever you have for the terms and condition page. Let's click privacy policy again. Okay. Then we have the checkout endpoints, and you will see that phrase again where we're going to create our menu, the endpoints. And basically this is something that you can add inside your URL, and you're going directly to the page that you're going to see here. So if you want to click a button and go and pay something, you can just add your URL and then just type / and order pay, which means that the visitor will go and directly and pay the order. Then we have the order received, the add payment method, delete payment method, and set default payment method. All of those are endpoints that you can add in your menu or somewhere in your website. And as you can see, we have also the account endpoints, so the visitor can go into his account, his orders, his downloads, edit accounts, addresses, and everything else. We're not going to change any of those. Then we have the REST API. Let's leave page. I didn't save the privacy policy, so I'm going to go back to the page setup because I do want the privacy policy here. Sorry about that. And let's save that. And then we have the REST API. For those that they know what the REST API is for in WordPress, they pretty much know how to do here and what to do. For those that you don't, you will not touch that because you will not be able to set anything. Basically, this is something that it connects WordPress with something else like a CMS system or something different, and whenever you add a product in your CMS system, it will be automatically added in here. When you order something in your CMS system, it will automatically be completed inside here directly. So it's basically synchronized between two different systems. Webhooks is pretty much the same like a REST API, but with a different approach. It's more current in something that it uses webhooks, which is what it says, and it doesn't work with your full bandwidth. It will not request every time like the REST API. It's basically the future. We were going to someday we're going only to have webhooks, I think. And it's pretty much the same. You can synchronize two different things, WooCommerce and something else. Then we have the legacy API, which was before the REST API. You're not going to use that, I think, at all. And then we have the woocommerce.com, which is basically something that it says that you can enable or disable the tracking. This is something that we have checked or unchecked in the wizard. And then we have the marketplace suggestions, so suggestions in the WooCommerce. I'm going to disable that. Save changes. Okay, and we only have the shipping and the payment, and we're going to leave that later on in this tutorial. Now, in the extension that we're not going to do anything, we can see the extensions that you go and add inside your store. You can buy some of those, and keep in mind that they are pricey. I think they are way overpriced for me. Okay, inside the status, we can see the settings of the page, and this is basically if you have some problems with a plugin or something, you can go and grab something like the system report and set that to the person that has done the plugin or the theme, and he may have to do something to fix that. So you can see some settings here, and it says also tools, logs, and scheduled action. Inside the tools, we have the WooCommerce Transit. So it's basically the same as the transit of the pages. It will save some copies. As long as you save every time, it will save some copy that you have for a specific product. So you can clear that here. We have the expired transit that you can clear. We have the orphan variations that you can delete, and we're going to see what is the variation later on. And this is something that you can use to delete the variations in bulk that you haven't used. Then we have the used app download permissions, and we can clean up and reset the download permissions. We have the product lookup tables. You're not going to use it, but if you are going to use a plugin that may require to grab some information from your products, you may want to regenerate the product lookup tables. Then we have the term counts, which check the amount that you have in your store, the products and the stock, and it will recount those items, and it will hide it depending on the settings that you have. We have other things that there's no way that I'm going to add all of those in my tutorial at this moment. Too advanced for this tutorial. Let's go for logs, and here you will see if you have some problems inside here, and we have then the scheduled actions. In most cases, you will not delete anything inside here. This is something that it requires from for the WooCommerce to work. Okay, the home orders, coupons, and customers, we're going to see it later on. Next thing is the products. Let's go to products and all products. Keep in mind that this moment the products is empty. We don't have any products inside here. So we can do two things. We can add a new product, or we can start importing from a CSV or an XML file. In some cases, you want to start and import from an XML file or a CSV file because you want to have something to style the WooCommerce store in the front end, and you want to see how it looks. And in order to do that, you have to have some products inside there. If you want to just create your first product because you do own your WooCommerce store that you are creating, go ahead and click create product here. We're going to do it later on. First, we're going to go and import some dummy products. Now, in order to do that, we want to have the CSV to do that, and we're going to see how we can get that. Let's go to a new tab. We're going to search for WooCommerce plugin. Okay, click it, and then as you can see here, it says WooCommerce, and sorry for the Greek, or I'm going to change that later on. So we're going into the WooCommerce org, and I'm going to delete the EL that says here, and let's click here. And now it says WooCommerce by automatic, and I can download the product. The version is 5.5.1. Okay, download. Now, in order to import the products, you don't need to have the latest version at any point. You can have the 4.5.2, as you can see here. It doesn't matter. You just have to have a version of WooCommerce. It doesn't matter what version you have. Okay, let's save that. And I'm going to open the containing folder. So I have something like this. I'm going to right click, and then I'm going to extract in a folder. Okay, and now that is extracted, I can go and click the WooCommerce, and then you will see that you have all of those files. You have a file that says sample data. I'm going to double click it, and here I have the CSV file and an XML file that I need. I can use whatever file that I want. Also, I have a sample tax rates, and I'm not going to use that file. I'm going to use the sample product CSV. So I'm going to copy the URL of the file just to have it automatically, not automatically, but easier. Let's close that and let's go back to the products and start import. This will take about a minute. It will not take long. And here I'm going to select browse and I'm going to paste here the URL and click enter and then select disable product CSV. Let's open that. And here I'm going to click continue. Now I also have here that says existing products matching by ID and SKU will be updated. This means that later on, if you have some products and you want to change, let's say, the price easier, you can export all the products in an XML file, in a CSV file, open from Excel or something else, change the things that you want to change, the prices, the stock or the something else, and then import that again. You will have to have the same ID or the same SKU. The ID is better. And if you select that, you can add the ID of the product with the ID that it's already inside, and it will upload the new settings. Let's continue that. And now it will say the columns that we have in the CSV and what it has matched. Do not change anything. It will automatically grab everything because it's a native CSV. It's from the WooCommerce itself, the WooCommerce product itself. And let's wait for that to be imported. It takes about a little bit less than a minute. Okay, so import complete, 25 products imported. And I can click here that says view products. And of course, it will go to all products. Now, the moment I import something like a product, I also import categories, tags, and attributes at the same time because the CSV product has the attributes, the categories, and the tags. We're going to see later on what are all of those things. But here, as you can see, we have some products inside here. Now, if we go back to the home page, to the front end of the website, let's go to the Cadence and then visit site. I'm not going to visit store at this moment. You can see now that I have a cart, checkout, home, my account, and shop. These are the pages that were automatically added in my menu. I didn't do that myself, and I think I haven't added the menu inside my Cadence theme. Let's see. Let's go to the plugins. Let's go, to appearances. Let's go into the menus. And inside your menu, you will have to add the pages that you want. So I have the main menu here, and I don't have anything inside here, as you can see. So I need to add some pages. Let's view all the pages, and I have the home page. Let's add it to the menu. Okay, and as I can see, I have the home. The bulk setting is something from before. Don't care about it. Okay. So then we have the checkout, account, shop, and cart. I need the shop page in order to be able to access the shop page. Okay, shop. And let's also add the my account page. Okay. And as you can see now, I have shop, my account, and home. I'm going to click save menu. And because I haven't set the menu for that specific header, I'm going also to click the header menu 1. As soon as it loads. Okay, so let's add it to the header menu 1. Let's save the menu, and I'm going to see it if it grabbed it automatically or I have to go into the customizer and set it out. No, it grabbed it. Okay, so we have this home, shop, and my account. If I go to the shop, you will see the products that I have already inside here. Now, keep in mind that this will look differently to maybe your theme, because it depends on the style that you have in your theme. This is how Blocksy handles itself. It will say sale right on top here. This is from Blocksy. It will have the green colors here, and it will show the title, the price, and then the add to cart. In some other themes, you may have other things inside here as well. You have different colors, different styling, different alignment. And we're going to change some of those inside this tutorial as well. If we go to a product, we will see that we have different type of products. You have some products that says add to cart, but we also have some products that says select options, and they have two prices here, as you can see. And this is because these are variable products, sorry. Let's first see the cap. So let's go and open that in a new tab. And we will see that we have some settings inside here. We have here the breadcrumbs. Then we have the image, we have the cap, the amount that we're going to pay. The short description is here. This is a sample product. Here is the number that you want to add in your cart, add to cart button, SKU, category, and then we have the description, additional information, and reviews. Here we have the description and related products. This is the style of the single product, and you can change the style from the theme, and whatever the theme lets you style, you can do that inside the customizer or wherever the theme has set the settings to be. Now, if we go into a product that says select options, because this is a variable product, it means that I can change some options inside my product before I order that. So for that hoodie, I can select a color and I can select a logo. I can do more than one options here, so I can choose the blue with the logo, or the black with, I didn't see black, sorry. Let's go for no. I can select the green with the logo, but I saw that the green doesn't have logo here, but it has. I could do that step and choose that as well. And it has different picture and different text for the selection that I do here, and also the price will be different. So if you go here, you will see 45, but if I select here the blue and the logo, you will see here 45 again. Let's go for a different one. Let's go for no here. And let's go for red. Maybe that it's 42. Yeah, it's 42 as you can see here. So the red, it's cheaper. And we're going to do how we are going to create variables products later on in our in this tutorial. So we're going to close all of those. And next thing, we're going into the customizer. Let's go into the customizer. Let's open that in a new tab. So the moment you add the WooCommerce, in most themes, the customizer will add also some options for the WooCommerce. Not all themes will do that, but in most cases, you will have something for the WooCommerce here. You may only have the general, because you can change maybe the pictures that you have and how you show the pictures, but you may also have different things inside here. Now, this is more to a tutorial for the theme and not the WooCommerce, but I'm going to change some things in order to show you how you can do that. So you have to understand that the product archive is the page that you can see more than one product. This is the product archive there, where you can see many products, not just one. So you can see a category of products or the whole products around here. The single product page is the page that you're going to see with only one product inside here. I know that there are some products here that says related, but this is basically the products that we're going to see. This is the product that we can buy and select how many items we want. It's not the same as the archive page. So inside here we have the product archive and the single product. Product archive is this page, and we can change the settings here. Page title. Keep in mind that this is Blocksy theme again. It has some things different from other themes. We can change the columns, so we can go for 3 columns or 4 columns. We can go for the number of rows. 4 columns, 4 rows, 16 products in total. I can go and change that here. Also, I can go into the cart options and I can go and select the image if I want to be the ratio 3:4, or I can change that to 9:16 or 1:2. I can go and select if I want the hover effect to be swap images, and some images that they have different, more than one image like this, it will swap whenever I hover. I can see that also here, as you can see. I can select to disable the star rating, to disable the sale badge. I'm going to leave it, to align that in the middle, how many pixels I have the gap inside here. These all are from the plugin. From the theme, sorry. Then we have the pagination, which is around here, the 1 and 2. We have the sidebar, which is disabled, and I'm going to enable that because I do want the sidebar here, and I'm going to add the filters later on in my tutorial. So I'm going to enable the sidebar, and I have the left sidebar here. I'm going to switch that to the right later on. And we have the product catalog, which will say What do you want to show in your archive page? Do you want to show the products or you want to show the categories? So whenever someone comes to your shop page, he will see the clothing, decor or music, which are the categories, and basically he will have to click the clothing to see the clothes, or you want to show the products directly. Keep in mind that this is for the sub page. You can add directly to your menu categories and links for the categories inside the menu directly, but this is for the sub page. So I will say show products and it will show the products that I have. Then you can select the category display. If someone goes inside a category, what should he see to see the products or the subcategories if you have subcategories. And then we have the default product sorting. Basically, it says that you will get sorted by popularity, average rating, sort by the most recent, by price or by title, by name, which is here. Okay, I'm going to leave it as it is. I'm going to click publish and let's go back to the sidebar. I'm going to change that to be in the left because I have used to do that. So let's go to sidebar and we're going to select that to be on the left. Is it here? No, I think it's, let's see. No, it's not here. Okay, it's inside the WooCommerce product archive. Then we're going to sidebar and here I'm going to select for the left sidebar. Okay, this is how it's going to look. And I can also go into the sidebar and I can select here a different, a little bit less space for the sidebar. 20% of the sidebar will go here and the remaining 80% of the page will go into the main content. Okay, I like that. And I'm going to hit publish. Now I'm not going to style this shop anymore. We're going to see in another video how to style in a Blocksy or in another theme. This is for the WooCommerce tutorial and not for styling. Let's close that. And let's go to the products and then let's go to the categories. Inside the categories, you will have to go and start adding your categories. As you can see, we have also parent and child relationship, which means we have clothing, and under that we have accessories, hoodies, t-shirt. If you want to go into t-shirt directly, you can go from a URL, or you can go and say that I want to the person that is coming and visiting the page to go into clothing and then into the t-shirts. We're going to see later on in the menu how we can add those, but just remember how it's looking in your catalog here. We can add a new category by going into here into the name that says here, and let's go for sport. Let's go for sports, and this is the parent category, so I'm going to leave it as none. This is the description, and this is just for me. The client will not see it, except if you have a theme that it will add the description of the category somewhere. In Breezy, you can do that, and you can add the category. If I go to the shop page, here I can set the category name, and underneath I can have the description, but in most cases you cannot do that. After that, I can also have the display title to be products or subcategories or both, and then the thumbnail of the category, so it can show something somewhere like this. Okay, after that we're going to click add new category, and that sport category will be added here. After that I can select another category like basketball, which will be the subcategory of sports, and I can click add new category, and this will go underneath the sports, as you can see, with one line here. Then I can have another subcategory for the sports like volleyball, and I can also select sports and click add new category, and I will just add another subcategory for the basketball. So let's go for clothes. And here I'm going to select basketball, and then I'm going to click add new. Now, how you're going to organize your product is up to you. Basically, for me, I would add the main category on top, and sports is not the main category. If you're going to sell clothes and maybe balls and maybe other things, I would go for clothes, and then I would have volleyball, basketball, and something else. And then I will have balls, and then volleyball, basketball, and again anything else. I will not have sports and casual as for the main category, but that is just me. This is up to you how you want to organize your WooCommerce store. This flag will be added automatically in the URL, so whenever it says sports here and someone visit the sport category, he will see the sports flag inside here. If you want to visit the sports category, you can click the view here, open that in a new tab, and you will have the sports category here. We were going to use it later on in our menu here, and you're going to see how, but this is how it looks: product category and then sports. We don't have any products inside here, of course. The count is how many products we have inside that category. So we have 5 in accessories, 4 in hoodies, 5 in t-shirts, and you can just click the 5 that says here, and you will be automatically redirect to those products that they have with accessories, that are added in accessories. So you can see here that I have 5 products, and this is filtered out by accessories. Of course, we are going to do that later on again. So let's go back to the categories, and that is how we manage to categorize our products. We have also something else that we can group products, which is the tags. The main difference between the tags and the categories is how big of the category the grouping is. So we have clothing, and then we have sports. This is a big category. We have many clothes, and we have many clothes for sports. So I do that with the category. But I may also have something like a logo or green. No, green is a color, it's an attribute, sorry for that. I have a logo, or I have something with V-neck, which is something that it's in many categories, and I can use it everywhere, but it's not big enough to make it a different category, to group products with a category. So I can do that by tagging that. I can go into tags and create a tag that it will be called V-neck or wool or something like the material or something different, and I can group the products with that. So whoever comes later on in my product can go inside in my WooCommerce store, can go into the store and click at the tag that he wants, and he will filter all the products basically in the tab that he has selected. So if I select here logo, he will see only the t-shirts that have logo, or he can see all the products that have logo, even they are in soccer or in basketball, or they are shoes, or they are something else. No matter what they have, if they have a logo, he can see it there. We can add the V-neck, we can add something that gives us value to group products, but it's not as big as a category. So I'm going to add here the logo, add new, and I'm going also to add V-neck and add new tag. Okay, I have the tags here, and now I'm going to attributes. Attributes are the main differences between 2 or more products. So if you want to sell a t-shirt, you may have different sizes and different colors. If you want to sell a car, you may have different variation of the car based on the engine. You have a 6-cylinder or a 4-cylinder or 12-cylinder. You have something different, and you want to display the product, and the customer will choose the variations of the product. But the attributes are not always used only for variation. You can add attributes, so you can filter out products even if you have only one attribute for that product. And what I mean is, you may have a t-shirt that only comes in green. You don't have any other variation of that product, but you can add that as an attribute in order to have it as a filter later on. And we're going to see how we can do that, of course. So we have the color, we have the size. Let's also add the material as a variation. Or I can add the maker. Maker is the brand or something. It doesn't matter. So you can have all of those, and then I can go into the material and I can click in the configure terms, and let's open that in a new tab. And inside here I can configure. I can add the material names that I want to add. So I will have cotton, I can have silk, and I can have something else. I'm not going to add anything else. 2 is more than enough. And then I have the maker also, and I will also configure terms. And I can add here Nike. Adidas. And more brands like that. Okay, so let's go to attributes again. Let's close that just to refresh the page, and we will see now that I have also Adidas, Nike, cotton and silk inside here. Enable archives means that you can enable the archive page for that attribute. So you can select the Nike here and you will see all the products that are from Nike. This is the archive page from that attribute. The default sort ordering, and here it says custom ordering, means that you can drag and drop the different variations that you have, or you can select by name or by term ID. I'm going to leave it as custom, and in most cases this is how you want to do that. And I'm not going to add any attributes in here. Let's go now to add our first product. So we're going to add new. And of course not the first product for the store because it has some products, but we haven't done that in this tutorial. So here it says product name. This is the name that your customer is going to see whenever he goes into the archive page, and of course the single page later on. So what we want here to do is give a good name that he can know exactly what he's going to buy. So we have a t-shirt, black t-shirt, like something like black t-shirt with a logo, yellow logo of something. I don't know. Give the product something that adds value for the client to click on it. Okay, I'm going to leave it as t-shirt black. I don't know. Black. Okay, and I'm not really sure that in attributes I have the black color, so let's give that a blue. Okay, then we have the main description of the product. Now keep in mind that here in the description you can add many things, but at this moment you cannot use the Gutenberg editor to add that. You can do that by adding something in your function PHP, but we're not going to do that, and hopefully this will be improved later in the future in a later version of WordPress. In the content here you have to add more text than just some t-shirt with blue stripes and yellow logo. Add a little bit more content. If you can add who is going to be able to get value from this product is great. If you can add here, this product is ideal for people that is going to run 20 miles or more, and it's something that they help them learn something or do another activity, or I don't know, something that it will provide information in order your visitor to click the pay now button. Do not just type a simple sentence and go to the next product. Add something valuable here in order for the client to be persuaded that he needs the product, and this product is something that he will get benefit of. After that we have more information for the WooCommerce, and we're going to see everything inside here. So we have the simple product, and as you can see, this is in most cases what you're going to use, except if you have a variable product. But we also have something else here. We have the group product, which is basically products that you want to sell together with other things. If you want to sell something like let's say a door lock, you will have a product that is the door lock, and then you will have something for the handle of the lock, and then you may have something like additional keys for the lock. These are all group products. He can just buy the lock because he may have the everything else, and he will not want extra keys, but he can buy the product and he can also add from the same product by choosing just some ticks or adding something. But he will also needs the keys, and he will also needs additional keys, and he will also needs the handle for the door itself. Now these three products, the lock, the keys, the additional keys, and the handle, are three different products, but you organize that in a group, and this is why we use the group product. It's not variation of the same product, it's three different products. And then we have the variable product, which is the product with variation, like a t-shirt with different sizes and colors. The external affiliate product is if you are selling affiliate products from Amazon, from eBay or something else. You can click here and select the product URL, the button text, and everything else. We're not going to see that inside here because this is a different approach. We're going to see those three options. So we're going for single product. Here we can select if it's a virtual product. Virtual means the service or something else. You will not be able to ship that. And the downloadable, also we will not be able to ship that, but he can go access the account and download the product. Okay, so we're going for simple product. And we're going, keep in mind that if you select virtual, you will see that this shipping is hidden automatically because there is no point. And also the downloadable will change something here, like the download limit, and we will see later on. Okay, so virtual, simple, regular price. This is the price that you have normally in your catalog. How many dollars or euros is this product for? So let's go for 25 euros. So we have also the sale price because we have sales, and we have 20 euros at this moment. This means that you will see the product that says 20 and then 25, and then a line here and says 20. So you know that this is on sale. Maybe you will have something like a badge. This is depending on the theme or another plugin, but you may have this or not. So here is the sale price, and as you can see, we can click schedule, which means that it will automatically start the sale and end it based on the date you're going to put here. So you can select when this sale starts and when it ends automatically. And if we click cancel, it will cancel that, and you will have to go manually and change the sale price or delete it if you don't want it anymore. All of those are for the general tab, and we have 5 tabs to go. Next, we have the inventory. In the inventory, we have the SKU. The SKU is the product unique number. As it says here, it's the, it doesn't say, the stock keeping unit. Okay, this is how it sounds. So this is a number or a code that you can have for the product, and you can verify the product and differentiate it from the next one. So you can have something like, I don't know, whatever you want to give that, but you have to know that this SKU should be unique to every product that you have. So if a client wants a specific product, you can ask what's the SKU number, and he will immediately tell you the 6 digits or 8 digits or whatever you have gave to the product, and you will identify immediately the product and you know what you're talking about. You will not need the title of the product or the category or anything else. You immediately know that you're talking about the same product. So this is something that it's required for me. You will have to have the SKU, and you will have to come up yourself with a method that you want for the stock keeping unit, the SKU, and how you are going to address this for your stock. So for me, since we're talking for t-shirt and blouse, I'm going for TB, something like t-shirt and blue, TB31. And this means that this product has this SKU. Now, manage stock. Do we want to enable the stock for this product? If you remember the settings that we had, this settings was in the Woocommerce settings for all the products, but this is basically for this product itself. So we want to manage that in a product level, and we want to have it as stock. I have 20 products of this t-shirt, And here is allow back orders. This means that if you go to 0, can a client go and buy that product or not? In many cases, you may have to enable that so someone can buy this product and you will just go and buy from the dealership and then handle them to them. Or you may want to create and sell something handmade and you want to go and buy something even though you don't have any stocks inside here. He will be able to buy, the client can buy the product even though you don't have it immediately. So here is where you choose allow but notify customer that it's not here. You will not get it at this moment, but you will get it soon. And low stock threshold, this is the 2 that we have said, and if you want you can change that for this specific product. All of those settings are those for those specific product. It's not for the general WooCommerce store. And sold individually, if you want this product to be sold individually of all the other products. So you may sell a service and you will only want that service to be sold individually and it will not be added with our other physical or non-physical products for some cases. Okay, we're going to leave it as it is, everything inside here, and we're going into shipping. Now, shipping, we have the weight, so how many kilograms is the product. We have the dimension, the length, the width, and the height. Now, keep in mind that there are some big products that they have also sizes for the housing of the product. So if the product is a bed, you may have the product that is separated to pieces and it will be shipped, and the customer himself, he will get the product and reassembled. So this is not the dimension of the product when it's assembled. This is in the box, the length of the box and the weight of the box. This is for shipping information. It's not the dimensions of the product itself. If you want the dimension of the product to be shown, you have to add it inside the content inside here. This is just for the shipping. And this is something that it will not be, the client, he will not see the weight of the product. It will just be something that it will be calculated later on in the checkout process. Okay, then here we have the shipping class, and this is because we may need to add different shipping classes in some items because they are too heavy or too big and they will be shipped in another method like all the other methods that we may have in our store, or specific methods on our store. Okay, then we have the linked products. This is the upsell and the cross-sell. These are the products that you can see here, that it says related products here. As you can see here, they are the related products which are the same category, and when you are going to buy something. So the cross-sell are some products like the related products from the same category that will be added in the checkout process, and the upsells are products that you want to show before he adds something in the cart, because this may be more suitable for his position or what he's looking for. Maybe you have a very good product which is best value for its money and you want to upsell that for some reason. Okay, then we have the attributes, which are the attributes that we have talked about, and we're going to see how we can add those. Basically, this is a simple product. We don't have variation for that product, but I do want to have a variation inside the product just to have those filtered and to have those as a setting. So we're going to select the color, and I'm going to click that it says here add. This will be added here, that it says color, and now I can select the terms. I will have the blue, because this is the blue color of that. I'm not going to add anything else inside here, and I'm going to select that to be as it is, visible on the product page, and we're going to see how it is. I'm going to save the attribute, and I'm going to add also another one. I could go without saving, but it doesn't matter. Okay, let's go for size, add, and let's go for medium and save attribute. Okay, now that I have that, I can go into the advanced, and here I can have a note that it will be added for the product when I purchase that, and you can add something like this is a big product, so accept that to buy it with the shipping cost of something, or you can select the menu order, so change the order position of that. And we have the enable or disable reviews for that product. Okay, then we have the short description, which is basically what we saw here in the product in here. This is the short description, and in most cases the SEO plugin will also grab the short description of the product. So it's better to keep it under 160 not words, letters, so it will go directly from the SEO plugin to the meta tag of the product. We don't have anything else inside here, we just have that right bar here. So here it says published, of course, if we want to publish that. It's not published at the moment. And we have the categories of the product. So in which category do we have that product? Now, since this is a t-shirt blue, I will go into clothing. No, I will go for sports and basketball and clothes. So this is the clothes of sports and basketball. Now, keep in mind that I have only selected clothes. I haven't selected sports and basketball because I don't want this product to be added in sports and in basketball, just in the clothes subcategory. If you want, you can add new category from here. Product tags, here I can select the logo that we have already added, and if I start typing, I can see the logos right here. Okay, so logo, and I can add another tag. I'm not going to. Here it says choose from the most used tags, but I don't have any because I just started using the tags. And then I have the product image. The product image is the main image that we have for the product when we are in the archive page, and the big image when we visit the product here. The products that have more than one images, like this one, you will see that it has an image here and it has some other images around here. This is the image gallery, but this is the image, the main image, which is the product image here. So I'm going to click set product image. I'm going for media library and I'm going to select this one. Okay, always add alternative text. So let's go for Polo 2 and set product image. This will be added here. And now I can select the product gallery if I have additional photos of the product. So I'm going to click here and add one more image, something like that. Okay, and now I'm going to hit publish. Now that I hit publish, I can view the product by clicking the permalink here. So open that in a new tab. And now I can see that I have that in the clothes category. I have the t-shirt blue, the name, and here's the price in stock. I can select how many items I want, buy to cart. This is the SKU category and the tag that I have selected. I just click it, and I wasn't supposed to do that because it took me to the logo, to the tag archive, the logo tag archive. And then I have the images here, and I can switch between those two images as you can see here. So I can select that image, and whenever I hover over, I can see the zoom. This is based on the Blocksy theme. Okay, then we have the additional information and reviews. I haven't set anything for the content, and this is because I forgot. So I want to get ipsum librum, ipsum lorem ipsum, okay, not ipsum librum. So let's go and grab some text. I agree. And grab that. Okay, and let's go back to the t-shirt here, edit product. Let's paste that here, and let's go for the short description here and delete that. Okay, and maybe delete that as well. Okay, let's update that and refresh the product here. And I will have also here the short description, and I will have the description here that I can read about the content of the product. I have the additional information, and these are the tags that I have set. As you remember, I have the color blue and the size to be medium. So if you are selling a product that has many variation, many variations, not variation, many attributes, you can have here a table that says all the attributes. So if you have a computer that you sell, you may have here all the attributes like the CPU, the memory, and everything else inside here. So this will give you two benefits. The visitor can click the additional information and see the list of the attributes inside here, and he will get a big picture of the product itself. And also there are some plugins after that that are using the attributes, and they are using that to go and to make a comparison table. So if you go to GSM Arena, let's go here. We're going to select a product. Let's go for here. Let's go for Note, I don't know, Note 9. Let's go for the first that jumps up. And here I can select compare. And here I can select the Note 8 or Note 10. Note 10. Is there a Note 10? Yeah, there is a Note 10. And as you can see, it compares side by side and has some columns. So this is something that you can use with your attributes and an extra plugin. But this is something that it's doable and it will get benefit to your visitors. Okay. So let's go and make that as a variable product. And this means that some things will change. Now, if you go and see what changed, these variations is added. If I go to simple, you will see that I don't have the variations. And also some other things changed inside here. Now, the SKU in the simple product is in the inventory, but here is in general. Sorry, general is no longer applicable because it's a variable product. And the SKU here is for the product without the variations. What I mean is we have a t-shirt which is blue, but I have that in 3 different sizes. So I have the SKU for the t-shirt blue 31, but I also have the SKU for the t-shirt blue small, t-shirt blue medium, and t-shirt blue extra large. So we're going to leave it as it is here, and we're going into attributes. What changed here is also something else I have here used for variations. So I have here the color, and I'm not going to use that for variations because I only have the blue color for that, and I want that to be visible in the product page. I want that to be here visible in the additional information. If I remove that, I will not be able to see it in the additional information here. But I also need this size to be used as a variation. So my visitor will be able to choose what size he wants. So I have the medium, I have also the large, and I have the small. I have 3 different sizes for the same color. Okay, I'm going to save that as attributes. I'm going to click Save Attributes. And now I can go into the variations and I can click here that says Add Variation, Go. And here I can add the variations that I want. Now, I'm going to delete that, cancel, remove. Okay. And instead of add a variation, I can select creation variation from all attributes. And this means that it will automatically create the 3 variations, the 3 different sizes for me automatically. Keep in mind that you can only go 50 per run. So if you have more than 2 or 3 variations, you will be soon not be able to do all of those if there are more choices than 3 into everything. So it says 3 variation added, click OK. And as you can see, I have the large, the medium, and the small. Now, keep in mind that I can grab the variation. I can move it up and down by clicking here and drag it on top. And this is because I have selected in the settings to be the variations in the WooCommerce settings to be able to change that if you remember where it was. So here is the medium, large, and small. I can select here that this has the arrow to expand, or I can go and expand all of those in order to be able to set it easier. Now, this is the medium. So for the medium, we have a different image. For the medium, we have the t-shirt image, this one. Of course, this is not the best image because it's not the same color, but it doesn't matter. And we have the SKU TB31, and then M for medium. Then it says variation gallery source, which is the default. I don't want to have another gallery for this, but if you want, you can add custom gallery. And then we have enabled for that if you want to have downloadable, virtual, or managed stock. So if you don't want any of those, you can just click here and it will deselect all of those. Not deselect, but it will not be enabled. So you can manage stock, and it's the same like managing stock in a simple product. It doesn't matter, we're not going to see it again. You can select the stock quantity, allow BART orders, and everything else that we changed. So I'm not going to do that. And here I have the regular price for this particular variation for the medium, which is 30 euros. And the sale price, I don't have a sale price for the medium. Then we have the weight, again the weight of the box and not the product itself, and the dimensions. And then we have a shipping class if we have a different shipping class for this product. In most cases we're not going to. Description if we have something different for the description, and we're not going to change that. And then we have the large product. The large product has a different image, which is this one. Okay, and we have the SKU TB31L, which is the large. Okay, the regular price for that, which was the regular price, 30 for the medium, is 35 for the large, and the sale price for this is 32 because we do have a sale price for this particular variation. And then we have the small, which is this one, and the SKU is TB31S, and the price is 25, something like that. And I'm going to save changes. After that, we're going to update the product. And now if I go here and refresh, I will see now that above the add to cart, I have also the size. As you can see, I cannot click the add to cart unless I choose an option here. And also I don't have any number for the price here. I just have 25 to 32 here. So I select the large and I will get a different image and I will get a different price, and I have add to cart here. I select medium and I will have different price, different image, and add to cart. And small, I have 25 here and I can add that to the cart. Now keep in mind that I have select only one variation. The size was only one. If you add another variation here, let's go to variations. And let's go first to attributes and select the color to be added here, even though I have selected the color to be in the title, and it's not great to have that as a variation as well. I'm going to add also the green. This means that I will have 2 colors and 6 sizes. In total, there are 6 products, 3 sizes. Sorry, 2 colors and 3 sizes. 2 by 6, 2 by 3 is 6. So we have 6 products in total. Okay. Just multiply the options that you have and you will get the amount of the products that you will get. So save attributes. Let's go to variations. And as you can see now, I have some colors here that I have to add. So we have medium, large, and small, and this is the colors that you should add. Or you can remove those and add those again from the beginning by the same method by selecting create variations from all attributes. As you can see, I have far more settings that I can add here. I'm not going to change anything inside here because I don't want to explain everything. But here I know that I have the medium, large, and small, so I'm going to select the blue color first. Blue. I'm going to save the changes. And then I can go and add variation. Let's click go. And I have the green color. And I need the green large. I need the green medium. And I need the green small. So I add 2 more variations here. And I have the green medium. And I have the green small. The same method applies, and you have to go one by one and select the SKU and the price. Now, if you don't add a price inside here, this variation, even though it's added inside here, will not be able for the visitor to choose inside. So for the Greek medium, I'm not going to do that, and I'm not going for the Greek green small. I'm just going for the Greek large, and I'm going to add here the SKU to be TB 31 green large, something like that, and this is 30 is the large 35. Okay, this is the one. I'm going to save changes. So now if I go in the front end, I will see that I have the color and the sizes, and I have to choose the options, and I can select the green, and I will have only one size, the large. If I select the blue, I will have medium, large, and small. If I select medium, I can no longer go and select the green, because the green medium is not a product that I have in my store, because I don't have a price yet configured. So remember to add the prices inside here every time, because if you don't, you will not see it in the front end. Now, as you saw, the colors, let's go for the large. So as you saw, the colors here, the blue and green, when you refresh the page, are not visible here. Also the size is something that you must choose, but there is a method that you can change. Sorry for that. I thought it will be automatically regenerated, but it didn't. Okay, so when you just first visit the page, let's close that and visit again. So when you visit the product, you will not have anything enabled here. You have to choose an option. But here, when you go back, you can see the default form values, which means which variation you want for that product to be the default one. I can select the blue and the medium to be the default one. So whenever someone visits the product, he will see first the blue medium. So if I delete that and I open that again, I will see here the blue medium automatically selected, and I can change if I don't want that to something else. So you have that option as well. Now let's go from the variable product to the grouped product. Grouped product means that I want to add 2 or 3 products into a group. Now, whenever we choose the grouped product, this means that this product is the one that contains the other products. It's not the product itself. So this would be a uniform, high school uniform or something, team uniform. Team uniform. Team uniform. So it's basically some team's uniform. So you have a group product and you have the SKU of this group, the stock amount for this group. Again, everything is for this group, and you can go into the link products and you can select here what you want to link. So I have here, I have already have a cap because it's the cap that I want to have. And then we have the belt. And then we have the t-shirt. So these 3 products are the group product. They are products that can be separated, sold, but I also want that as a group product. So I'm going to update that. And let's open that in a new tab. And as you can see, I have the team uniform, and you can add the caps that you want, the belt that you want, and the t-shirt that you want. You can only add 1 cap if you want. You don't have to do everything. You can just add 1 cap if you want, or 1 belt or 1 t-shirt. Or if you want, you can add 1 of those each and have the complete uniform. So this is the product, the grouped product. And of course, the SKU is just for the grouped. It's just for the group. It's not for the separate product itself. And that's why you don't add here shipping information. The shipping information are coming from the product themselves. And that's all for the physical products. And then we have, of course, the virtual and the downloadable product. If we select virtual here, we will see that we have every setting except for the shipping. So we have the regular, the sale price. We have the SKU if we want to manage stocks. And we have the linked products, attributes, and advanced. Then we have the downloadable product, which has, of course, the regular sales price, but we also can add the file name here that we want for that to be downloaded. If you want to add that, just go into the media, add new, upload the file that you want. Of course, it has to be supported by WordPress to be added inside the media, and then you can add the file inside here. You can set the download limit, or you can leave it blank for that to be unlimited and the user can download it how many times he wants. And you can also set some download expiry, which means if you want that to be expired after 30 days or something, a period of time. And after that, he can go and pay and then visit his account and download the product. Okay, that was for the products. I think we are finished from here. And let's go to the next one, which is the menu. Here in the menu, I have now, as I can see, the shop and the account. But let's say that I also want to add the cart. If I want to add the cart, this will be done from the theme itself. So you have to have a theme to support WooCommerce, because not only themes, but in most cases your theme will support. But if you can't find the cart, this will not be something that your theme supports. So we're going into header, we're going here to grab the cart and we're going to put that in the cart. I'm going to click to hit publish, and now I have the cart here. So if I go to the product here and refresh the page, I will see that I have 0 here, and if I add the cart and click add to cart, I will see now that I have 16 euros and 1 item. If I hover over, I have the view cart and the checkout. These are 2 pages that are coming from WooCommerce, of course. Now also I can go into the menu and I can go into the WooCommerce endpoints, and this is something that I show you early on in the settings, and I have the orders, downloads, address, account, logout and lost password. This is something that you may add in a tab menu here in the app menu, in a bar or something, or like an icon, and someone can click and go into his account. Also, since I'm already inside WooCommerce and I'm logged in as not a visitor but an administrator, I can see my account here. So if I go and click my account, I can see the dashboard, orders, downloads and everything else. If I wasn't logged in, I would see here that says you are not logged in, and click here to log in yourself. Okay. If you want to add something like the categories here, you can add that by going into product categories. If for some reason you don't see the product categories here, just go up on top, click the screen options, and here select the product categories here. If it's unselected, you will not be able to see it. So you need to select that, and this will be automatically brought up here. So click the product categories, and now you will see all the categories. And this is how you can add specific categories to your shop page. So to your shop menu. So we're going to add the music, clothing, decor and clothes. These are the 4 main categories, and I'm going to add those to the menu. And of course, you should know how to use your menu right now, because this is not a WordPress tutorial, and I'm hoping you all know how to create some sub menu levels. So I have added those here, and I'm going to click save. And now if I go to the front end and refresh, I will see now that I have the shop page and I have the music, clothing, decor and clothes. If I go to clothing, this means that I can see only the products that are inside the clothing category and not all the products. And of course, as I can see, there are here many products. Let's go to music and we'll see that we only have 2 products inside here. If I go back here, I can also see the product tags that I have added, and I can, for some reason, if I want to add here the product tag, I can also do that here. Okay, next thing, we're going to add some filters. So we're going for the appearance and then widgets. If you go to widget, then in most cases you will find something like a WooCommerce sidebar. This is created by the theme, but in most cases you will have the WooCommerce sidebar here. So I'm going to click here and it opens up something, and I can add widgets inside here. The widgets can be everything that I have inside here. So I have the filter product by attribute, which I will use, filter product by price, which I will use, and I will also use the product categories, which is somewhere around here. Recent post, product search, product categories. Okay, I can drag and drop it into the WooCommerce, or I can just click into the arrow and select the WooCommerce sidebar and add widget. So this will add the product categories. I'm going to do that as it is from now, and then I'm going to change a little bit the settings and see how it looks. So let's go for the product page, for the archive page, and let's refresh. And now we'll see here that I have the product categories. If you can see here, I can select inside here the hoodies, and that will filter out and only show the hoodies inside here. Only 3 products, as you can see. I can click the decor and I can see all the products that are in the decor. Let's go back here and let's open that, and here it says product categories title. This is the title that we have inside here, not here, sorry, here, as you can see, product categories. So this is the title here. You can change that to categories or something different, whatever you want. Order by name or category order. The category that you have set has a different order and you can change that, but I'm going to leave it as name. Then we have show as drop down. This means that it will no longer be accessible via click. You have to click somewhere and then see all the categories. And let's see what I mean. Let's save that and refresh the page here. And as you can see now, I have a drop down here. I have to select that and select the product, the category that I want. This is very good if you have too many categories and you don't want those categories to be added here and have a very long sidebar with the categories. You need something to be a little less for space to take. So you need to have something different. And also it's very good for the mobile layout. Then we have the show product counts if you want to show the products, the number of products that every category has. So if I go and refresh the page here, and let's close that, you can see now that I have sports, accessories, and it says 5 products. So if I go to accessories, I will see 5 products inside here. We also have the show hierarchy, so it means that it will show the subcategories inside here. Let's remove the show as drop down and see how it looks. So as you can see, I can no longer see the subcategories and the child categories, the subcategories and the parent categories. I see all the categories one by one here. So let's go to the next one, which is the only show children of the current category. So this means that when you click a category, you will only see the subcategories of that category. And let's refresh that. And I have also to use the show hierarchy. Okay. So let's go to the shop page and see all the products in the shop page. And now I have the clothing, decor, music. And if I go to the clothing, I will only see the 3 categories. Sorry, again, I have to deselect the show hierarchy and refresh. And now I will only see the accessories, hoodies, and t-shirt. Okay, the problem was that I wasn't in the main category. Okay. And hide empty categories if you don't have a category. If you have a category without any products like that, the uncategorized, it will not show the uncategorized category. Okay, the maximum depth is if you have categories and then subcategories and then subcategories and then subcategories, how many subcategories you want to show. Basically, in many cases, you will put here 1 if you have more than 1. Okay, that was the product categories. We also have the product filter, which is very simple. Filter products by price. I'm going to add that to the widget. Okay, and I'm going to put that on top because this is how we mostly see. Filter product by price. I'm going to say that that is price. I'm going to say that and refresh the page, the shop page. And now I have the price filter. It will automatically identify the cheapest and the highest price. So it will say that $90, 90 euros is the most expensive product. And if you want, you can filter out from here into here. So from 30 to 60, I'm going to click filter, and that will filter the products, as you will see here. Let's go back and let's add here a filter by attribute. And I'm going to select WooCommerce attribute and add widget. And also, if you want, you can add the product search. Let's add that as well. And you have product list, recent comments, not for the products, sorry. recently viewed products, you have recently product reviews. We have everything that you can see here. So we have also the filter by attribute and the product search. Product search is very simple. We type here search, we put that on top, and we're good to go. For the filter product attributes, every field is one attribute. So here is filter by, or I can say color, and I can select which attribute I want to set. I have 4 attributes at the moment in my WooCommerce store, so I can select here the color. Here it says display as list or as drop down. I'm going to leave it as list, and this is the query type, and we're going to see it later on. So I'm going to save that, and I'm also going to add another filter, which will be, let's grab it and drop it here, which will be the maker. And I know that the maker is, I haven't set a maker anywhere. So I know that this is empty. And there is a reason that I'm adding that here. And let's leave it as it is. And also let's add the filter by attribute. And let's add also the size. And this will be or and list. Okay, save that. Everything is saved. So let's go here and refresh the page. So now I have also the search, as you can see here. I have the filters here. I'm going to leave it here open. Okay, and now I have also the colors and the size. As you can see, you're not be able to see here the makers because I haven't set any maker in my WooCommerce store. What does this mean? This means that if you go to a category that for some reason an attribute doesn't apply, so if you go to a category that the size or the color has no meaning, it will not show that attribute here. And this is perfect because you will not see the visitor, you will not see attributes that are no meaning inside here. So if I go to music here, I will not see the color and the size because they have no meaning inside here. I cannot filter the products in the music category by size or by color. They don't have those filters enabled. So you can have as many attributes as you want in the shop, in the product catalog, but whenever you go to a single product or a single category, you will see only the filters that applied for that category. Now, in some cases, you may have other filters as well here that will be added from your theme, and you may have other sidebars as well, like off-screen, off-canvas sidebar or something different. These are all from the theme. The WooCommerce are the attributes that I show you as some other widgets as well. So next thing is go for the pricing and the shipping that we left from the settings. And let's go for the WooCommerce. Let's go into the settings, leave page. And now that we know a little bit more about our products, we can go and set some shipping methods and some payment methods. So let's go and start from the payment methods. I think it's a little bit easier. Okay. So what methods do we have right here? We have the direct bank transfer, which means that the visitor will transfer some amount in our bank. We have the check payments if we want to add checks, and we have cash on delivery, so they can come to us and pay by cash. If you want to add something like a credit card, or if you want to add something like PayPal, you have to add another plugin that will add basically some other methods inside here. We're going to add something like a PayPal because it's mostly used. So I'm going to add new. And I'm not going to add every single plugin. There are many tutorials that you can search for a plugin like that and see how it works. So let's go for WooCommerce PayPal. WooCommerce and then PayPal. And we have the WooCommerce PayPal checkout, the product for the same team, and also they have a different item, the WooCommerce PayPal payments. And since I'm not using PayPal too often, I don't know the two differences, but as you can see, they are not too great as for the amount of stars they're getting, but this is the most common one. We have 700,000 active installations, and we're going to install that just to have a different variation in the shipping, in the payment. So before installing that, I'm going to activate that, but before changing anything, I'm going for the checkout. So here, if I hover over, I can select view cart or checkout. I'm going for the checkout process. And as you can see here, I have here the billing information. Everything that is required from WooCommerce, you can see here. If I want, I can type additional information. I can select however I want to pay. Only the PayPal is activated. It's activated automatically. And I have to agree with the terms of the conditions I have said before. And then I can select that and select pay. Now I cannot now select pay because I haven't connected the PayPal to anything, but you can see how it goes. So let's go into here and refresh now. I'm going to click to plugins to be disabled. And now that I have the PayPal checkout enabled, this is why it appears here. But since I don't have anything inside here in the manage, I don't have connected anywhere, this is why it doesn't let me to buy the product. Sorry, it's simple and you can just go and select anything that you want. Let's go into the payments again, sorry. And I can also going to click the direct transfer from the bank and the cash on delivery. So for the bank, I'm going to select the setup and I'm going to add some information. So enable book transfer. The title is direct bank transfer. And as it says, make your payment directly. This is something that the visitor will see, and also the instruction is something that they will see. And basically we add here something like, if you not pay in 2 days, this will be cancelled or something. So account name, the name is Stratos. Account number is 123456. The bank name is National Bank of Greece, NBG. The short code, I don't know. The IBAN is GR1234 something, and the big Swift is something different. So I can now save that, and I have a bank inside here. Let's go back to the shipping, to the payment, sorry. And then I can go for the cash on delivery. I can go ahead and select manage, and here I can edit the text that I want for the cash on delivery. Pay with cash on delivery, pay with cash on delivery, and this is for the shipping methods, this and this. I have not selected the shipping methods yet. Save changes. And now if I go to the checkout and refresh, I will have more options inside the payment method here. As you can see, I have direct bank transfer. I can select, and now I can place the order, and I can select cash on delivery and again can place the order. Now I will place the order here because I need some orders back in the back end to see what I can do later on. So I'm going for the cash on delivery. I'm going to select I have read everything, and I'm going for a test. Company name is optional, Greece, street is test, Athens, okay, doesn't matter, zip code 12345, the phone is 3333, the email address is the one that does, and place the order. Once I do that, I will get an email as the customer that I have placed a new order, and I can also will also get an email as owner of the store that there is a new order that I have to go and address. And this is the checkout. This is the verification that was billed with that amount. This is cash on delivery method and everything else that I have here. If I go now to my account as a visitor, I will see now in my account that I have some orders inside here. As you can see, orders, that the status is processing. This is the item, and I can view, of course, the order that I have set, which is this one. So let's go back to the WooCommerce and let's go to the orders, and then we will going to see the shipping, because I think it's the most difficult one for you to understand. No, let's go for the shipping. So we're going for the shipping, and then we're going to see the orders. So shipping, Shipping means that you want, of course, to add something for you to ship the products, and the customer will pay some cash, some money, or he will pay via credit card or whenever he chooses to pay. So we can have different regions for the shipping. Here I am in Athens, Greece. If I want to send something in Athens, I can have it. I can send it via courier, and I can give it an amount that it says you will only pay $2 and you will get your product. But if you are coming from the other Greece area, another area of Greece except Athens, you will have to pay a little bit more money than just $2 or something different. So I'm going to add a shipping zone. And now I'm going to select the zone name. Zone name is something that it specifies what is a zone name. So it's shipping in Greece, or shipping in Athens for me. Shipping in Athens. Okay, shipping in Athens. So this will apply to some zone regions, which means you can specify the zip codes that you want, and this is better for you to do it with zip codes if you can. So you will limit only the area that you want, or you can apply to the whole Attiki for me, which is the whole district. So I can go and select the Attica, Greece, or I can select Attica, Greece, or I can go and select the zip codes that I want. And instead of Attica, Greece, I can go and select those zip codes. And if my customer select those zip codes or Attica, Greece, he will get the prices that I have set in this specific zone. Now, in every zone, I can have more methods than one. I can have courier, or I can have let the customer come inside here and grab it himself from the store, or send him via another thing like a taxi or a cab, or something different. So shipping in Athens, Attica, Greece, and I'm going to add the shipping methods, and this is a flat rate because I ship with a rate of $2 in all Athens. So I'm going to edit that, and I'm going to change that to shipping or courier, because it's a courier shipping. Courier, hope it's correctly, and the cost is $2. Keep in mind that these are the native tools. There are other plugins that can give you more things to set, and I'm not going to use any of those because it's not that kind of tutorial. And I'm going to add also another shipping method for the local pickup. Local pickup, add shipping method, and let's say that this is I'm going to leave it as local pickup, and of course the cost is 0. Okay, so these are the shipping methods for Attica, Greece, and now I have finished with the shipping in Athens. This save is not now applied, but if I add the color text here, some letters here, and delete that, you will see the saving now that it's something that I can push and it will be saved. Okay, I'm going back to shipping zones, and now I can see that it says shipping in Athens, hopefully, okay, shipping in Athens, and it says that it supports courier and local pickup. If I go now to the shop and add something inside here, let's add that to cart, and go into the checkout process. Since I have selected here that I am in Attica, I have the no, I don't have. I was going to say that I have two methods here, but probably I have added something that it's not a physical product. It's more of a downloadable. So let's delete that, and let's go into say shop clothing, and let's add something different. Let's go for a belt, which hopefully it's something different. And let's go now to the checkout page. Checkout. And let's wait for that to load. And let's see, now I have the shipping, as you can see, and I have the local and the courier for $2, €2, and the local pickup. Now the price is 55, and since the courier is selected, it's €2 extra, and it's 55. If I want, I can select the local pickup, and it will go to not 57, 55 at this moment. Okay, now it's 55 euros. Because I have set the courier on top, this is why I get the local pickup on the bottom. So I'm going here and I can change that to put that on top and save that changes. And now if I go and refresh the page, I will see the local pickup to be on top and the courier to be on top on the bottom. Now, if I go here and select other zip codes, I can select and limit that to specific zip codes. And this is only for the shipping in Athens. Again, I cannot see the shipping in Athens in here. This is just for me to remember, but I can see the shipping that I have set inside the local pickup or the courier that I have set. If I select the local pickup, the courier here, I can select and see the name here. Okay. Let's go now and add another region, shipping zones. And now that I have already added another region, I can add a different region for another city of Greece, or I can select locations not covered by other zones. So you can add the zones that you want and everything else can be referred here and can be calculated from the shipping that you have in here. I'm going to add also a different zone, which is shipping in Cyprus. And I will not select anything different than Cyprus here. And the shipping methods here is the flat rate, only flat rate, add the shipping method and edit here, and let's say here is ELTA or UPS, and here the cost is 50 euros. Also you have taxable and none. It doesn't change for me anything because I haven't set to be taxable or non-taxable. Okay, save changes. And let's save that. It's automatically saved, but I like to save it no matter what. And now if I go to the checkout, refresh here and select something different from the region, instead of Greece, go for Cyprus, you will see now that instead of the local pickup and the courier, I will now have the UPS for $50. And this price is automatically selected here. I don't have any other settings here because I haven't added any. If I had, I can do that. Now, everything else except for Cyprus and Attica will be handled with a different zone. Let's go again to payments and shipping. And now I'm going to click the location not covered by other zones. And I know that this is a little bit confusing and the shipping is a little bit confusing with the zones and different parts, but you have to think that this is a method, the shipping zone is a method, and then you will define which is the location that you want to add to those method, and then you want to add the type of the shipping. So here I'm going to add the free shipping because I have free shipping for everywhere else except Athens, or it doesn't make sense. So let's delete that and select the flat rate to be 25 euros or something. So edit that, and this is the ACS courier, ACS, and this is 25 euros. Save changes. It's automatically saved here, okay, I should have to remember that, and refresh the page. So now if I select Cyprus, I get UPS and 50. If I select Greece and select then Athens inside here, in the state I have the local pickup and the courier, and if I select anything else than Attica, select Thessaly or West Greece, I will get here the ACS and 25 euros. So this is how the shipping method works inside the default plugin of WooCommerce. You can add other plugins to add more functionality, but this is how the default goes. Then we have these shipping options. So we enable this to be in the cart page because we want in the cart page to be viewed. This is not the cart page, this is the checkout page, but if we go to the view cart, we're going to see the cart and with all the products, and here we're going to see the shipping address and the shipping cost, and this is if they have already added the address. So if there are already customers or if they have already created an account and they have set the address. If they don't, they will not see anything inside here. Also, you can hide the shipping cost until the address is entered, so they will not know the cost. Shipping destination, it's the cost that it has until the visitor enters his address. So it will go to the customer billing address, to the customer shipping address, or for shipping to customer billing address. Then we have the debug mode where we can enable debug and try to identify what it doesn't work in the shipping, which is very common. Okay, then we have the shipping classes. Now the shipping classes is something that we want to have a little bit more control for some different products. So we have some products that were way too big or way too heavy, and they cannot be shipped with, let's say, a flat rate, or they cannot come from the store. They have to be delivered by UPS only with big vans or something. So we're going to add the shipping class, and the shipping class name is van UPS shipping or something. The slug, I'm going to leave it as this, and the description is the van UPS delivery. Okay, I'm going to save the shipping classes. And now I can go into the shipping zones. And let's go for the shipping in Athens. And now I can add a shipping method, which will be a flat rate, add shipping method. And now I want to have the cost like 150 euros, which will be UPS van delivery. And van UPS shipping class cost, if you want to add for separated quantities. This is no shipping class cost for different quantities again, so you don't have anything. And the calculation type is charge per shipping for each class individually, or for most expensive shipping class. Okay, I'm going to save that. And now that I have that specific class, I can go into a specific product and I can only set that to a specific class. So I can go to that product, which is the belt. I can go and edit that. It doesn't make any sense because it's only a belt, but let's go and edit that. And I can go into the shipping. And here that we have the shipping class, I can select the van UPS, which means that this product will only be delivered with the van UPS shipping class. And now if I go into the cart, I can go into the checkout page, proceed to checkout. And let's go and select the Attica, sorry. And now I have the UPS van delivery, which is be applied here. And I can select that to be only in the shipping method, and this will not be applied anywhere else if I want. So that was for the shipping. Let's go back to the WooCommerce, and now I have here the orders. Let's leave the page. I have the orders, and as I can see, I have one here because I have one order that I have in the process. Let's go to the orders. And this is the owner of the store. Even if it's you or your client, you have to go and train them what to do when they have an order. Sorry, I had customer instead of orders. So we're in orders now, and we're going to see that we have one order. And this order says processing. So it's 21 minutes ago. It's by test. This is the number of the order, and this is the total amount. If I go and click inside the name of the order, I will see now more the details about the order. So it says payment via cash on delivery. The customer IP is this one. This is the billing. This is the shipping. This is generated. This is the time and date. This is the status, and this is the customer. And I can choose some actions here. I can choose some notes, and this is what they have right here. So they have this item, and they have this cost, as you can see here, and you can click refund here if you want. Now, let's open up the account page. So let's say that we also are the customers. and we have the order here. And as you can see, the order is processing right here. So the owner of the store is going inside the order. He will see everything that he wants. He can maybe print the order, and then he is going to make some changes. He's going to order that, or he's going to ship that, and then he's going to change something in here. So from processing, then he is going to be completed, or pending method, or cancelled, or refund, or failed. In most cases, he will just say completed, and then he will click update. This will mean that now the order is completed, and the customer will get an email that says that your product, your WooCommerce order is completed. If I go and refresh here, instead of processing, I will see complete, as you can see here. Also, we have here all the other actions. So I can email the invoice, I can reset the new order notification, and I can regenerate the download permission if I want. After that, I have some order notes. These order notes are something that I want to add in the note. So maybe the client called me and said that he wants to pay in a different method, so I can do that. Or I have contacted the customer and said that this order will be 2 days delay because they don't have this specific item in the warehouse, and we're going to buy it again. Something like that. So everything that you add here is private, as long as you have the private note here and click add. Whatever you choose here, and here let's say that it will be delayed. Okay, and I'm going to add that. I'm going to see it now that I have the note, and with the specific note, it will be delayed. It was added the 22 of July, which is today. But if I also want, I can send the customer a note that say that I have the product, I received your payment, and I'm about to process that and ship it to you. So you can add that, and WooCommerce will automatically send an email to your client that it will say whatever you have inside that note here. After that, you can click the refund to just refund the order. And of course, you can change if you want the customer or anything else. Inside here, you can see the customers. And now that we have completed this order, as you can see, there's no longer one number here with the red, because everything is completed. It only says whatever you don't have completed, it is on processing. So now we have the username and everything else inside here, as you can see, and this is the information that you want. You can download those, or you can do whatever you want with the columns. Okay, then we have the coupons. We don't have any coupons yet created, and see here, you're not going to see any coupons that are applied to your store. And of course, we're going to do that later on. And here you will be able to see how you're doing. You can select the different dates. You can see everything clearly here. I think it's better from the reports, except if you want to create a report here. And then we have the products, so you can see the products that you have in your WooCommerce store, and what are sold, what is not, and everything else, the revenue and everything else. We have the revenue, we have the orders, the variations, we have the categories, and everything else from analytics. So everything else, you're going just to play with it and see what you can get. There's no point in going every single analytics and explaining that. Let's go to marketing, and let's go to coupons, and here we're going to create some coupons. Now, here it's pretty simple for me, the coupons. So I'm going to create the first coupon. I'm going to name the coupon first order or something, first order. So I have a coupon named first order, and the description I can say that this is the coupon for the first product of first order of every customer. So it can only be used once per customer, only in his first order, not anywhere else. After that, we have 3 tabs here. As you can see, we have general, usage restriction, and usage limits. So general, this is a fixed card discount, or is a percentage discount, or is a fixed product discount. Percentage discount means that if he select 2 or 3 products, he will get a card that says the total amount is $50, and for that he will get a discount of, I don't know how many you want here, 10%. So he will go $5 less. Allow free shipping if you want that to be with the free shipping option, or you don't want that. You want for him to pay at least the shipping, and this coupon will expire that date. Other than that, we have the fixed card discount, which means that now we were going to select $5, no matter how big is the visitor order. Sorry, my voice is going a little bit weak because I'm talking about 2.5 hours. And then I can select which date I want that to expire. And I have also the fixed product discount, which will mean that it will be discount per some product and not in all the cart. Then we have the usage restriction, which means that this account, this coupon to be applied, he must order minimum 30 euros, and the maximum is, I don't know, I will leave it blank, but if you want, you can set maximum. It will be individual use only, so I want to check this box, and this means that it will not be added with another coupon as well. Or you can deselect that and it will be added with another coupon as well, and they will be 2 of those. Exclude sale items. If you want to exclude some products that you don't want to add, you can check that box and then you can go and exclude the products or do whatever you want. This is the include products. This is for sale, so the products that are on sale cannot be applied for the coupon. So which products you want to apply, everything or specific products. To exclude products, this is for specific products that you don't want this coupon to be applied to, or categories, or exclude categories, or allowed emails if you want to restrict some users and they will not be able to use the coupons. And then we have the usage limits, which means how many times in total for the whole customers, for all the customers, this coupon will be applied. If you can go for 50 and type somewhere that there are only 50 coupons, hurry up and do an order. And when they run out, 50 customers use that coupon, it will no longer be available. After that, we have the limit usage to X items, which means how many items must they add in the cart, and after that they will not be able to add the coupon. And the usage limit per user is something that I would add 1 here because it's the first order only. So whenever a user comes, he will just use it once. Now remember, this is per user. So if a user comes and makes an order and then creates another account with a different email, for you, it's a different user. For the WooCommerce store, it's a different user. Even if it's the same shipping address, even if it's the same name and username and password, not username, the password is the same. As long as the email is different, for WooCommerce, this is the different person. So once you created that and publish that, if we go now to the checkout process, let's go to the checkout. Here we will find the coupons inside here. If you cannot see the coupons inside here, maybe you have go and add that from your theme. So I think that Blocksy has it in the customizer somewhere. Here I have it in the coupons. Let's go for overview. Okay, we have the coupons here. So let's go into the customizer. Let's go to the checkout. I think it's general checkout page. And the coupon form is here. So I can add that. I can publish now. And let's go to the checkout, refresh the page, and I will see somewhere the coupon here. Once it's refreshed, okay. Okay, I cannot see that. Here it is. Here, have a coupon, click here to enter the code. Okay, once I go here and select first order, and hit apply, I will see that this 205 euros, it will go less. Let's select that, and it says coupon code applied successfully. So now it's $200 instead of 205. Yeah. One thing that I forgot is the filters in the sidebar. I forgot to show you the and the or. So let's go to the checkout and let's go to shop and let's go to the shop page. So the and in the filters means that here in the size you can select large and medium. And the products that have both filters applied, both attributes applied, only those products will be viewed here. So if you check and, it means that they must have both terms or all the terms that you have selected. If you select or, this means that if one of those terms are met, it will be showed here. So just think it, if you're going to buy a car and you go into a store and you're going into the filters and you click air condition, you click airbag, you click things, you click this is an end filter, and it means all the conditions must apply, and it will show you the cars that have the air condition, have the seat belts, have the airbags, have everything else. If something doesn't met, it will not show anything inside here. So if you're running a business and you have more filters and you have complex filters and you only want to show some conditions that must be met in order for that to be viewed, you're going and add those filters there. It's a little bit of complex, but I think you can understand it. So that was all with the video. I hope that you understand everything about WooCommerce. I hope that it made it clear to you how you can work your WooCommerce and how it works. And by viewing this video, you can create your own store. So thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.